Hey guys, I look a hot mess. I'm actually getting ready to go out. I have so much to talk to you about. First of all, let me apologize for not vlogging for the past 2 days. Life has been happening, and I know I made this channel to show like everything good times, bad times, but like some things you just don't think is worth putting on the internet. You know what I mean? Okay, let's get the update started. I am heading to a million events today. I gotta talk to you guys about yesterday. So, I got a phone call from a clinical advisor at Ross, and I was like, oh, like from the time I saw his name pop up on my phone, I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Actually, rewind. I should probably watch my vlogs before I do these update videos. Anyway, you guys know I got my permit, right? You saw me schedule my step 1. Yes, I made a video about that. So after I schedule my test, I have to tell my school when my test is so that they see that I'm taking it before the next clinical rotations start. So I did that, and that was approved, and then I got a call from the advisor. Okay, back to where I started. While he was on the phone with me, he emailed me an agenda for the phone call. Oh my, there was so many things on there, but so many things that are so far away from me, like cores, electives. He was even talking about match dates and graduation dates, and that is 2 years from now. So it was really, really intimidating. In order for me to get financial aid from my school, I have to be registered for at least 10 credits, or I think that equals to 10 weeks of a course, a class, or something like that. Clinical rotations. So registering for IMF already gave me 6 weeks because that's how long IMF is. He can't schedule me for core rotations as yet because I have not actually taken STEP yet and I haven't started IMF. But what he could do was sign me up for an elective that starts right after IMF, which would be a 4-week long elective, which allows me to have the 10-week requirement for financial aid. So I might be getting financial aid a lot sooner than I thought, which is fantastic. Online on the Ross website, there's a tentative list of rotations that we are offered and dates for them being started. I'm not sure if you guys realize, because Ross does not have an affiliate, well, I shouldn't say that, because Ross, okay, so you know how, let's say, University of Miami, it's a school and also a hospital. So people from that med school get to rotate at that hospital. Ross doesn't have that, technically, because Ross is in Dominica. Technically, you can do rotations in the hospital in Dominica, but not many people choose that option. I didn't choose that option because ultimately I'll end up working in the United States, so I want to practice in the United States. Wow, that is a bad accident. Oh my gosh. I said all that to say that he asked me where I'm thinking of doing rotations. I'm thinking of going to another state. I don't particularly want to stay in Florida. I'm in Florida right now, if you guys didn't realize. And I don't really want to stay here. I'm definitely down for traveling and to moving to a different state and learning another part of the United States. Also, if you didn't know, I'm not from the United States. So throughout the conversation, he went through every single state and the rotations that they have and the hospitals they have in those states. And a really intimidating part that I really haven't thought of, licensure. In case you didn't know, every state has a different requirement for getting your MD license. I knew that, but I didn't know like the details of each requirement for each state. And we went over all that depending on which state I'm going to do my rotations and which state I would plan to match in. And by match, I mean get a residency position and actually start practicing medicine in that state. I really hope all this makes sense. I understand if you're pre-med, you probably have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. If you're in med school, maybe you kind of sort of have an idea. Of course, if you guys have any questions, if you need clarification on anything I'm babbling about, just leave a comment. You know I'll answer it. What I really wanted to get from that conversation with him was, hey Ray, you need this score exactly to do what you want to do in life. Obviously, that didn't happen. He did put me in contact to the woman who's in charge of setting up all my clinical rotations and things like that. He's not in charge of that. He's like the setup guy, like intro to clinicals, and then you have an actual clinical advisor who's there with you through your cores and electives. Guys, it's so much paperwork. I don't even know if this vlog made sense because there's certain things that I can't tell you, obviously, because it's my school's information, it's private, it's my personal information, which is also private. There's a lot you need to know ahead of time because I couldn't even imagine why we were talking about my graduation date 2 years from now, because your cores and electives have to be completed by your match date and by your graduation date. I don't think I've ever mentioned it on here before, but my match date would be 2019. So the goal is to finish all my cores, which will be done obviously before 2019, but to finish all my necessary electives to get matched. So say you want to match in OB-GYN, right? You want to do your electives in OB-GYN, like a sub-I in OB-GYN or something like that, earlier in your electives year, in your 4th year. Because when you're applying for match, that happens in September. Even though the match is in March, you start applying in September. So you don't want to do an OB-GYN rotation in October, November, December, because it's already too late. You've already started applying. You can't add something that you haven't done yet on the application. And there's a lot of planning that has to go down, a lot of preparation, scheduling, and it made me so nervous, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay guys, I think that's where I'm gonna end the vlog. I'm not actually sure how this vlog turned out. As you could tell, I filmed everywhere because I was driving everywhere. I was really busy today. But basically, I just got an update from my clinical advisor, and starting clinicals is happening very, very soon. I just have to get past step 1. And then I'm there, guys. I don't remember, I think it was John Wayne. I don't remember who left a comment about showing you guys like a road to 100% on UWorld. I know 100% is really pushing it. So like maybe 85%, maybe 80%. But I will keep you guys updated with that. When I spent all day studying, I don't really record anything. So I know it'll be really boring, so I don't post that day. I'm really sorry about that. But that might be happening a little more as step gets closer. But I'll try to keep you guys updated with every single thing that's happening. But I'm gonna end the vlog right here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I don't want to say tomorrow and get your hopes up. Remember to like and subscribe, comment, and share.